When I was growing up as a WWE fan, one of the first things that ever grabbed my attention were the t-shirts. WWE used to make some amazing wrestling shirts back in the 90s and 2000s. From the Austin 316 to the Rock's electrifying designs to the pay-per-view shirts and so many more. Personally for me, the first ever WWE shirt that my parents bought me when I was young was a CM Punk shirt. Fast forward to 2025 and WWE is now producing some of the cringiest merch of all time. Not only are the designs bad, but the quality and lifespan of the shirts have gotten worse. Ever since Fanatics took over the sports world, they became known for poor quality t-shirts, and a lot of WWE fans have experienced it firsthand, myself included. But throughout all of those years, one man consistently had great merch: John Cena. No matter the era, his shirts always stood out. Cena probably has the most WWE merch in history, and his shirts alone became a whole era. Every color, every catchphrase, every new design became a moment. And in this video, I'm breaking down every single John Cena shirt from his entire career, including the new ones from his retirement tour. Stay tuned all the way to the end, because I'm going to reveal which shirt is Cena's favorite, and I'll even tell you mine too. Let's get into it. We're going all the way back to the beginning, the birth of the Doctor of Thugonomics. It all started on Halloween 2002. Cena came out dressed as Vanilla Ice. He drops a freestyle and the entire company changes forever. Sideway hats, jerseys, padlock chains. John Cena was born that very night. His first official shirt was a white tee with yellow brass knuckles that spelled out word life across the chest, and it was absolute fire. There was even a blue ringer version. And if you ever play SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, that exact shirt is in the opening video. Cena would later re-release refreshed Word Life tees and hoodies, and even won the US title wearing it. And John Cena also got stabbed by Carlito's bodyguard on a SmackDown, but they only did that angle because Cena was heading out to film his first movie, The Marine. In mid-2004, he rocked a camo "You Can't See Me" shirt for a couple weeks, and it is only memorable because he main evented a random SmackDown against The Undertaker. Shortly after that, Cena wears a maroon football jersey with the number 54 on the back, his real-life college number from Springfield College. This football jersey is super rare and barely worn on live TV, and it would end up being the very first Cena jersey merch. And then at Armageddon 2004, Cena would reveal his iconic Ruck Full shirt. TV channels were forced to blur it every single week, and later Cena paired that simple shirt with the brand new Spinner US title, giving Cena pure aura. Right after that, the Chain Gang Soldier shirt will be released. This is the one he wears when he shocks the world and beats JBL at WrestleMania 21 for his first WWE Championship. And a couple days later, he unveils a brand new WWE Spinner belt. To celebrate his first WWE Championship, Cena releases the Champ is Here shirt, and it instantly became iconic. During this period, he ran through the brutal I Quit match with JBL and debuts his iconic Chain Gang wristbands. Fast forward to summer 2005, Cena wears a green tee for a few weeks, then that baseball jersey that looks like a Yankees jersey. And it's funny because Cena is a diehard Red Sox fan, which the Yankees and Red Sox hold a deep rival history. The jersey didn't last long. After that bootleg Yankees jersey, Cena will wear a white Chain Gang tee, then another football jersey that lives forever because it's in SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. The Royal Rumble arrives and Cena would end up beating Edge to become the new world champion. A brand new shirt drops, the very first Hustle, Loyalty, Respect shirt. 3 words that would define the rest of his career. He would also wear that shirt into WrestleMania 22 and at his iconic match at ECW One Night Stand against RVD. After WrestleMania 23, Cena debuted the Live Fast Fight Hard tee, clean and perfect for the Shawn Michaels masterpiece. Just a heads up, if you want to purchase any official John Cena shirts or any other WWE merch, click the affiliate link down below. It helps out my channel a lot and I really appreciate it. Fast forward to SummerSlam 2007, a new updated Hustle, Loyalty, Respect shirt plus new wristbands. The same shirt that he would use at his return at Royal Rumble 2008, which is still regarded as one of the loudest pops of all time. At WrestleMania 24, Cena busted out a black and orange jersey for one night only, the same color scheme as his latest t-shirt. Right after Mania 24, the 8-bit pixelated Cena shirt drops, a 1980s video game graphic theme, one of the coolest shirts he ever had, but Cena ended up wearing it for a couple weeks. After that fire shirt, WWE decided to release some straight up garbage with an ugly red jersey with a camel hat. Cena would end up getting neck surgery due to an injury suffered at SummerSlam, thus ending that ugly combo. In late 2008, WWE began going PG. Cena's finisher was renamed to Attitude Adjustment, and this is where the Fruity Pebble era officially began. At Survivor Series 2008, Cena returned, wearing the Hustle, Loyalty, Respect Academy shirt, a parody of the old AWA logo. The logo features Cena locking in the STF submission. This shirt debuted on the exact night he won his very first World Heavyweight Championship. This is also the same shirt Cena wore during his iconic WrestleMania entrance. Cena switched from blue to green in June 2008 with the green Attitude Adjustment shirt. Wearing this gear, Cena would ultimately win the WWE Championship at Breaking Point and Bragging Rights. At Survivor Series 2009, John came out with the orange Never Give Up shirt, featuring Cena deadlifting heavy weight. This shirt marks a complete shift from his Thugonomics persona to a full-on inspirational superhero. Fast forward a year to SummerSlam 2010 in the famous Staples Center in Los Angeles, sporting a purple and yellow C Nation shirt, straight up Lakers colors. This is the shirt Cena wore when he completely buried the Nexus. This marks superhero Cena at his peak. Here comes WrestleMania 27, headlined by the returning Rock. Cena debuted his iconic bright red Never Give Up C Nation shirt. This is the shirt that sparked The Rock's famous Fruity Pebble jokes. This is also when I fully fell in love with WWE's storyline and the wrestlers. Cena won the WWE Championship 3 separate times wearing this exact shirt. Late 2011 arrived and tons of fans were tired of Super Cena. The boos were getting louder and Cena revealed his Rise Above Hate patriotic red, white, blue shirt. This was a direct response to the Let's Go Cena, Cena Sucks split crowds, emphasizing an anti-bullying message. This era also included his camel shorts and memorable segments like teaming with Zack Ryder, and even kissing Eve Torres, which was Zack Ryder's girlfriend at the time, right in front of him. The match everyone had been waiting for, once in a lifetime, had arrived, and Cena debuted his green Rise Above Hate C Nation shirt. He lost to The Rock, then got an F5 the next day from a returning Brock Lesnar. Cena would beat Lesnar clean at Extreme Rules 2 weeks later and would also win the Money in the Bank contract, but became the first person in WWE history to unsuccessfully cash in. This is one of Cena's most iconic shirts, and personally, one of my favorites. When I think of Cena, I think of this shirt. Cena wanted to raise money for breast cancer awareness during October and release a pink Rise Above Cancer awareness shirt, helping raise over $1 million with Susan G. Komen in only a month. After October, he briefly reused his green shirt for only 2 weeks. Then at Survivor Series 2012, he debuted his 10-year strong shirt, celebrating his decade in WWE. A couple months later, a gold version dropped because he was having the most dominant year of his life, winning the 2013 Royal Rumble and finally beating The Rock at WrestleMania 29 for championship number 11. To celebrate his big win, Cena appeared with an updated The Champ Is Here shirt, featuring the new WWE Championship design. Cena occasionally switched between the gold and navy shirts until his title loss at SummerSlam 2013, which caused him to get injured and forced him to undergo elbow surgery. He returned at Hell in a Cell in October with yet again another pink Never Give Up shirt. He defeated Alberto Del Rio to become the new World Heavyweight Champion. Cena then challenged WWE Champion Randy Orton to unify their titles, leading to a table, ladders, and chair match at TLC 2013. The contract signing for this match was highlighted by Cena debuting the Even Stronger shirt. Cena ultimately lost the unification match, allowing Randy to become the first WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Cena failed to recapture the Unified Championship from Orton at Royal Rumble 2014, where he also debuted his new Neon T-shirt line. That year became defined by his feud with Bray Wyatt and his eventual win of the World Heavyweight Championship at Money in the Bank. At SummerSlam, Cena introduced his red Never Give Up shirt, known to fans as the Ketchup shirt, before being demolished by Brock Lesnar, who delivered 16 suplexes and 2 F5s to become champion. During October, Cena briefly switched to a Keep Calm and Never Give Up design, released in both pink and navy version. Cena continued wearing the ketchup attire during the iconic Team Cena vs Team Authority match at Survivor Series. After Survivor Series, Cena debuted a yellow version of his shirt, nicknamed the Mustard Look, which he wore throughout his build to the Royal Rumble. 2015 marked the beginning of Cena's blue attire era, arguably the greatest in-ring gear of his entire career. He debuted the new shirt at the Royal Rumble. After that, he launched a feud with United States Champion Rusev. After suffering early setbacks, Cena handed Rusev his first main roster loss at WrestleMania 31 and captured the US title. During this stretch, he also introduced a new The Champ Is Here design, this time spotlighting the United States Championship. From there, he launched the legendary weekly US Open Challenge, delivering some of the best matches of his career with challengers like Dean Ambrose, Stardust, Bad News Barrett, Kane, Sami Zayn, Neville, Zack Ryder, and Cesaro. This run also featured his epic, career-defining feud with Kevin Owens. Beyond elevating the championship, Cena's matches helped casual fans discover rising NXT stars like Zayn, Owens, and Neville. Later in 2015, Cena shifted into his orange never give up attire as he began feuding with Seth Rollins in a high-stake winner-take-all storyline, Cena's United States Championship versus Rollins World Heavyweight Championship. At SummerSlam, Cena lost the match after guest host Jon Stewart interfered and attacked him with a steel chair, ending Cena's title reign. John would win the championship back at Night of Champions, holding it until Hell in a Cell, where he was defeated by a returning Alberto Del Rio. After that loss, Cena was sidelined for several months, eventually returning at WrestleMania 32 to save The Rock, wearing the same design as before. Cena officially returned on the May 30th episode of Raw, this time sporting a black shirt featuring a cartoon version of himself. The original design had a circle border around the graphic, but it was quickly updated to a square version shortly after. His return set the stage for one of the greatest feuds of his career, a dream match with AJ Styles that produced some of the best matches of the entire new era. At Royal Rumble 2017, Cena debuted his blue Respect Earned It shirt. The shirt forever linked with him tying Ric Flair's record as 16-time world champion. Shortly after, he dropped the WWE Championship to the late Bray Wyatt and moved into a memorable feud with The Miz, forming in a mixed tag team match at WrestleMania where Cena proposed to Nikki Bella.
Stephanie Nicole Garcia Colas, will you marry me?
By August, Cena transitioned from blue to an orange version of the same Respect design. This era also features Cena famously destroying Roman Reigns on the mic.
I'm still here because you can't do your job.
Compared to the run before this, Cena was transitioning into more of a special attraction role. Cena debuts a new look at Survivor Series. Despite being Cena's longest running attire, mostly because of his part-time schedule, this era surprisingly holds the least significance. Still, the design became iconic. The first Cena attire to appear at 2 WrestleManias. In it, Cena faced 2 major Supernatural era characters, The Undertaker in a quick match at WrestleMania 34 and The Fiend in a Firefly Funhouse match at WrestleMania 36. Cena returned at Money in the Bank 2021 wearing a brand new green and yellow shirt featuring a cartoon Cena holding his iconic Never Give Up rally towel, one of his coolest designs in years. His comeback, the first time fans had seen him live since the pandemic, triggered one of the loudest pops of the modern era. Cena confronted the tribal chief Roman Reigns, making it clear he was back to straighten him out and chase a record-breaking 17th World Championship. Although he failed to beat Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, this one-month run still became one of the most electric moments of Cena's late career era. At SummerSlam 2021, John Cena debuted a brand new shirt inspired by the classic Super Mario Bros. Cover art, a bright, nostalgic design that instantly caught fans' attention. But despite how much people loved the look, the shirt wasn't actually for sale on its own. Instead, it was locked behind a $1,000 limited edition NFT kit that included the shirt, a replica title belt, exclusive clothing, autographed photos, and the NFT itself. According to John, the entire project was a failure.
So we only sold like 15 shirts. It's the only shirt of mine I've ever saved. I have serial number 000, and I really think that's the dopest.
Fast forward a year later, and John returns on the June 27th episode of Raw to celebrate the 20th anniversary of his WWE main roster debut, delivering a heartfelt message full of memories and gratitude for the fans. He also debuted a new shirt specifically created for the milestone, a bright retro video game style tribute to his career. The design featured 8-bit pixel art of Cena holding a championship overhead with 20 years above the image and the classic Never Give Up slogan. Later that year, Cena returned to team with Kevin Owens against Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn in a SmackDown tag match. He also set the stage for WrestleMania 39 where he challenged Austin Theory for the United States Championship but would ultimately lose. Cena made another surprise appearance at Money in the Bank, arriving with yet another brand new piece of merchandise, a full career tribute shirt loaded with artwork and nostalgia. On the front, it featured a bold comic book style illustration of Cena charging forward with his classic Never Give Up branding. But the coolest part, the back of the shirt showcased nearly every major version of John Cena across his entire career, and that was even the biggest moment of the night. Cena shocked the crowd by teasing the idea of bringing WrestleMania to London, earning one of the loudest reactions of the show.
I'm here to try to bring WrestleMania to London.
After years of limited appearances, John Cena's 2023 run became his longest continuous stretch with WWE since going part-time in 2018, totaling 13 televised appearances and 10 matches. It began in September when Cena returned to Payback as the event host, endorsing LA Knight and even was a ref for the match. Shortly after, the Hollywood strike paused his filming schedule, allowing Cena to step into a rare temporary full-time role. His run included several key matches, such as teaming up with LA Knight to defeat Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa and getting squashed in a singles match against Solo. Cena's streak continued into 2024, leading to a major surprise at WrestleMania 40. During the main event between Cody and Roman Reigns, Cena stormed the ring, delivering AAs to both Reigns and Solo to assist Rhodes. But the celebration ended quickly when The Rock returned and dropped Cena with a rock bottom. The following night on Raw, Cena wrestled his first Raw match since January 2019, teaming with the new Raw Tag Team Champions, Awesome Truth, to defeat the Judgment Day. Kicking off the retirement tour on Raw's Netflix debut, Cena walked out rocking a Dodgers blue shirt. Perfect LA energy for a historical night at the newly opened Intuit Dome. This was the moment that set the tone for the entire year. He acted like classic babyface Cena, talking about winning the Rumble, main eventing WrestleMania, and becoming a 17-time world champion. The Rumble is finally here and Cena shows up in a dark blue Colts themed shirt. Super clean and simple. Unfortunately, he didn't win the Rumble. Jey Uso tossed him out and went on to win the whole thing. Afterwards, Cena answered questions in the post-show press conference and announced that he's putting himself into the Elimination Chamber match.
So I'm announcing tonight that I will compete in the Elimination Chamber. And I'm saying that because after 23 years, I feel that opportunity is earned.
That wasn't babyface Cena. That was someone ready to snap. Here comes the Elimination Chamber, and in Toronto, Cena came out in a light blue throwback Blue Jays colorway, and it's honestly one of his cleanest color combos ever. Cena won the Elimination Chamber, but what happened afterwards mattered even more. Cena finally turned heel. He aligned with the final boss and Travis Scott? Yeah, this tour was insane, and it was just the beginning. To kick off the Europe tour and the first true chapter of heel Cena, he rocked a Belgium-inspired red and black shirt. This was full heel Cena unlocked. He cut his first real heel promo and roasted a kid in the crowd like it was nothing.
Everybody, including that one kid right there, is a toxic, dysfunctional relationship.
The next week, Cena's Scotland shirt was dark blue with yellow, an absolute fire design. And this is the night Cena declared that he's going to retire with the WWE title, just to ruin wrestling.
I am going to ruin wrestling.
And then came the final stop of the Europe tour. Cena came out in a full Union Jack themed gear. For many years, fans accused Cena for burying talent, and Cena finally addressed it.
I don't bury talent. I am talent.
WrestleMania weekend finally arrived, and on the SmackDown before the big show, Cena came out wearing the most iconic shirt of the entire tour. The Raiders inspired black tee with the playing cards in the front, the Farewell Tour sign styled like the iconic Vegas sign. This was a full Las Vegas tribute. That weekend, he made history and became a 17-time world champ, even if the heel storyline around it completely fell apart. The Rock didn't even show up to back Cena, making their Elimination Chamber segment pointless. And somehow it was Travis Scott, of all people, who helped Cena secure the never-seen 17 championship. Then the night after WrestleMania, Randy Orton hit John Cena with an RKO, the perfect setup for the next chapter. A couple of days later in Texas, Cena rocked the retro Mavericks green shirt, an awesome design that instantly stood out on TV. And this was the night he took his feud with Orton to another level. He embarrassed Randy on the mic and then announced their one-on-one match for Backlash in Randy's hometown, and this would end up being their final match against each other. In Dayton, Ohio, Cena pulled out a Ohio State inspired gray shirt, loud, aggressive, and perfect for the energy he walked in with that night. A fan threw a beer bottle at him and Cena didn't even flinch. He stared straight into the hard camera and said,
"Tomorrow your childhood dies."
At Backlash, Cena wore his St. Louis blue inspired shirt, fitting for the city he was about to destroy. He beat Randy in his hometown. Then, during the post-show interview, R-Truth walked out to congratulate his childhood hero, and then Cena snapped, attacking him immediately. This moment lit the fuse on one of the most emotional, unexpected storylines of the entire tour. The next Friday, Truth didn't show up with jokes or raps. In a backstage interview with Wade Barrett, he revealed he had spoke with Nick Aldis earlier that day and secured himself a match with Cena at Saturday night's main event. The day finally arrived and Cena wears a cream and orange Buccaneers throwback, one of the cleanest shirts of the whole run. Then, Truth walked out dressed as Cena, the jorts, the hat, and the red retirement shirt, except it said Ron Killings. It was hilarious until it wasn't. As the match went on, the laugh turned to silence. Cena won and Truth looked shattered, realizing his hero had fully embraced the darkness. Later that night, Cena came out to try to help Logan Paul beat Jey Uso to become the new world champion, not out of loyalty, but because Cena wanted to ruin wrestling entirely. And just when it looked like they might pull it off, everything changed when Cody Rhodes returned, his first appearance since WrestleMania, a moment that shook the whole storyline. Couple days later, Cena hit SmackDown wearing the Tennessee Volunteers inspired orange colorway, bold and perfect for Knoxville. And then he dropped the bombshell: Cena and Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso at Money in the Bank. The show ended in complete chaos, a massive brawl that made the match feel like a real war was coming. A couple days after Saturday night main event, WWE suddenly released R-Truth from his contract. It stunned everyone, the fans, the media, and even some wrestlers. But the story wasn't over. Sporting a Lakers-inspired shirt in Bakersfield, which looked incredible on TV, Cena walked into an arena that was unified. All night, the crowd chanted. Cena had enough and finally fired back at the audience.
You can't handle the truth!
The very next night, back in the Intuit Dome for Money in the Bank, Cena switched from basketball to football, wearing Rams-style blue and yellow colorway. R-Truth returned and attacked Cena with his own championship belt. Cody pinned the champ, a result that pushed their feud forward and set the tone for what was coming. After Money in the Bank, Cena appeared on Raw in Phoenix, rocking a Phoenix Suns purple colorway. And I gotta say this personally, I'm from Phoenix and I was at this show. This has to be my favorite shirt of the entire tour. Not just because it reps my city, but it matches the same colors of my favorite team, the Phoenix Suns. And also seeing John in Phoenix one last time meant everything. This is the same arena where I watched him win Money in the Bank and the Royal Rumble. And watching CM Punk reignite their feud right in front of me, man, it felt like the universe handed me one last childhood memory. That same week in Lexington, Cena arrived in Wildcats blue, and the vibe instantly shifted. That episode felt straight from 2011. Cena and Punk verbally tearing each other apart like old times. And Truth wasn't done. He blindsided Cena again afterward, and even locked in the STF. Grand Rapids was where Cena finally got his revenge on Truth. He came out in a Lions-inspired light blue shirt, ready to face R-Truth one-on-one. Halfway through the match, Cena intentionally got himself DQ'd by hitting Truth with the championship belt. Punk ran out to help Truth, but Cena put Punk through a table and delivered his own twisted remix of the pipe bomb.
Hey, Claudio Castagnoli. Hey, Nick Nemeth. Hey, Matt Cardona. How you guys doing?
In Saudi Arabia, Cena showed up wearing a purple Saudi-inspired shirt, but the moment wasn't even about him. Punk walked out as a doctor of Thugonomics. Chain, hat, the full throwback look. The arena absolutely exploded. The next night at Night of Champions, Cena rocked a dark gray colorway, and the entire match turned into pure chaos. Rollins tried cashing in, bodies were flying everywhere, Cena and Punk hugged, and then Cena immediately betrayed him, but Punk saw it coming this time. Shortly after, Rollins stomped Punk, and then Cena tossed Rollins out and stole the victory. A beautiful disaster. San Antonio had this heavy, uneasy atmosphere. Cena walked out in a Spurs black and gray shirt, and the second Cody forced him to sign the SummerSlam contract, his ego was truly broken that night. Newark was the night everything cracked open. Cena came out wearing a Jets green shirt, and for the first time on his tour, he spoke completely from the heart. He thanked Cody for waking him up. Cena admitted he's been chasing fake validation and said a line that made the entire arena pop.
August 1st, 2025, Newark, New Jersey, the day that John Cena came back to the WWE.
At SummerSlam, Cena hit the ramp in that Giants blue and red shirt, walking into what would become the best match of the entire night and of the whole tour. The reviews poured in online calling it an instant classic and would even get rated 5 stars. And even though Cena lost, the moment wasn't over, because before SummerSlam went off air, Brock Lesnar returned and folded Cena in half. Montreal had that big fight energy, and Cena pulled up in Canadian red for what would be his last ever match in Canada. Kinda poetic when you think about it, one of the countries where he built his legacy. He teamed with Cody and picked up the win, but only because Logan cheap shotted him, setting up their match at Clash in Paris. In Dublin, Cena showed up in an Ireland flag themed shirt and hit the stage to thank the Irish fans. Before he could begin, Logan Paul interrupted him, only for Cena to roast him on the mic.
Logan Paul's a disappointment.
But later in the night, Logan got his revenge the only way he knows how. A cheap shot backstage that left Cena knocked out. Cena walked out in a white France shirt, a super clean shirt that instantly popped out on TV. This was the final SmackDown before Clash in Paris, and this was also the night Cena apologized to the kid he roasted earlier in the year.
I'm sorry. I was having a bad day. Thank you so much for being there for me when I needed you most. I love you too, man.
For the big finale of the feud, Cena rolled up with a black France themed shirt and walked in Clash in Paris ready to shock everybody. And he did. Not only did he get the win, he ended the match with a whole sequence of finishers inspired by the wrestlers who helped shape his career. A pop rock and even a Styles Clash. And when it was all over, Cena stood tall and took the victory. Chicago was crazy that night. Cena came out in Cubs blue and answered Sami Zayn US Open Challenge. And the cool part, 10 years earlier, Sami answered his Open Challenge when Cena was US champion. Full circle stuff right here. But that moment didn't last long because Brock Lesnar came out and wrecked both of them. Classic Brock. Springfield felt personal. Cena came out in a Springfield Community College style red shirt, going right back to where he came from. And then he cut one of his realest promos ever, talking about fear, about Brock, and about facing the end of your career and realizing you can't outrun it. In Indy, Cena came out in Pacers yellow, and he wasn't alone. A bunch of kids came out with him at his entrance. It looked awesome, and honestly, a moment those kids will never forget. But this wasn't a match. This was punishment. Brock just destroyed him. And the wild part, ESPN was broadcasting the pay-per-view. The whole world saw WWE's GOAT getting demolished with just a few matches left in his career. Perth was magical. A match delivered because Cena wanted the fans to have it before he was done. And it absolutely lived up the hype. Cena walked out in that green and yellow Australia shirt. The face of WWE versus the face of TNA. Cena versus AJ Styles, one last time. Both wrestlers paid tribute to a bunch of superstars, hitting moves inspired by the legends who came before them. An amazing match to cap off their feud, with both of these wrestlers giving their all. This night hit hard. Cena walked out in Celtics green, soaking in his hometown crowd one last time, taking in every chant, every sign, every thank you Cena. And then Dirty Dom interrupted. Dom stood there talking recklessly, saying he was already better than Cena ever was at Dom's age.
I'm not even at my peak yet, and I'm better than you ever were in your prime.
Cena snapped back and challenged him for the Intercontinental Championship, and then Triple H made it official on the spot. And that's the night Cena finally completed the WWE Grand Slam, a career-defining moment in the city that raised him.
He really needed that ass kicking.
He's a good kid.
Cena came out in Yankees Navy for his final Monday Night Raw ever. And of course, Dominic interrupted. He invokes his rematch clause and announces the match for Survivor Series in his hometown, San Diego. Then, out of nowhere, Finn and JD blindsided Cena. Cena is helpless until Sheamus runs down to save him. And then Rey Mysterio hits the ring too. Total chaos with Judgment Day. A 3-on-3 tag match is set. Cena, Rey, and Sheamus versus the Judgment Day. Personally, this match felt special. The superstars from the era I grew up watching all teaming up one last time. You can feel the emotions through the roof. And with just 2 more appearances left for Cena, it made it even more meaningful. After the match, the 3 friends stood tall, celebrating together. A perfect final Raw moment. Cena ending his Monday Night career surrounded by the brothers who have been part of his career. John Cena made his entrance at Petco Park, rocking a throwback San Diego Padres colorway, one of my personal favorite from the tour, since I'm a huge baseball fan. Cena defended the IC title against Dirty Dom in his final pay-per-view match. Dom came out with Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. Early interference gave Mysterio the edge, and after looking injured, Rodriguez and Perez attacked Cena with the bomb and pop rock before the referee finally ejected them. Cena fought back, countering multiple 619s and frog splashes, then hit Finn and JD with the double AA. Then Liv Morgan finally returned. She turned on Mysterio, hitting him before delivering a low blow to Cena, which let Dom hit another 619 and finish with a frog splash to reclaim the IC title. To decide John Cena's final opponent at Saturday night's main event in the Nationals capital, WWE created the Last Time Is Now tournament, a 60-man competition designed to choose the one superstar worthy of facing Cena in his last ever match. And on that night, Cena will be wearing a Nationals-inspired navy colorway shirt, the final official piece of Cena merch he'll ever compete in inside a WWE ring. The tournament was full of surprises from the moment it began. Zack Ryder returned, shocking the WWE universe with an out-of-nowhere comeback, and Dolph Ziggler made his return as well. But the chaos didn't stop there. Sheamus suffered an injury and was forced to withdraw, and Penta was injured mid-match, causing a referee stoppage. The bracket shifted constantly, making every round unpredictable. As the field narrowed, 2 names rose to the top. LA Knight, fighting with pure momentum and fan energy behind him, and Gunther, the dominant, unshakable powerhouse who bulldozed his way through the tournament. In the finals, Gunther and LA Knight went to war. Knight pushed the pace, but in the end, Gunther defeated LA Knight to win the tournament and earned the right to face John Cena in his farewell match. And Gunther didn't waste any time sending a message. After the match, he made his intention perfectly clear. He's going to make John Cena tap out in his final match.
You finally and definitely will give up!
So now it's all set. John Cena versus Gunther, December 13, 2025. Cena's last match and the final chapter of a legendary career. And that wraps up every single shirt John Cena wore throughout his entire career. From the World Life era, to the Rise Above Hate years, to the insane 2025 retirement tour. If you stuck around to find out Cena's personal favorite, it's his SummerSlam 2021 shirt, and it's actually the only shirt he's ever kept. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, comment, and share with your friends. And let me know down below which shirt is your favorite. Thanks again for watching.